Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to some more World of Tanks. But before we get into it, head down below, like and subscribe just to help out a lot. And let's get right into this game. As you can see, we are watching Citrus Bite in the IS-6 playing on the Ghost Town map. Now, really good matchmaking for Citrus over here in the IS-6, and honestly the IS-6 is probably just the perfect tank for dealing with the tier with dealing with tier 6s in this kind of situation, because it just has all around good armor. 110 at the front, 100 at the side, 60 at the rear of the hull, 150 at the front and side, and 100mm at the back of the turret. 1550 health, stock without using any like modifiers with this. 2086 DPM, so honestly not the worst, with of course 390 damage, 196 millimeters of penetration, so it's definitely a lot better than it used to be, with of course it being 175 before, like the majority of 122mm guns back then, but they've nerfed it probably a couple years ago now, to be honest. 225 with the APCR, so it's not really that big of a step up in between the two shells, but it's still enough. Well, of course, this being a preferential tank, so it can't meet tier 10 tanks at all, I'm pretty sure. 61mm of penetration on the high explosive rounds, which do 530 damage per shot. 35 km/h forwards this tank can go, so quite maneuverable. It's not really the slowest heavy tank at tier 8. It has a 14.37 horsepower per turn ratio, so it's not really it can definitely shift around on the battlefield. It's definitely not slow compared to other tanks. The dispersion is 0.42, so it's really inaccurate, with a long aim time of 2.68. And another thing that you kind of need to know about this tank is it's quite blind. 350 meters view range, so even if you're using a food consumable, probably also having a really good crew on this tank, maybe even using vents and coated optics, maybe not coated optics, but you can see that even with a good crew, Citrus doesn't even get up to the 445 meters spotting like cap. But as you can see, Citrus already up to 2,500 damage in this game. 1 kill, 1,250 damage blocked. The only damage he has taken is from this M3Y, who's actually firing high explosive rounds at him. So yeah, quite good stuff over here. And as I just said, just the IS-6 is just such a good tank for just playing against these lower tier tanks, as the armor is just so good. You could probably against most tier 6s just give them your flat side, and they'll struggle sometimes to actually go for it because it's just so good. Now the 112, for example, is kind of like a better version of this tank. It's kind of better against the higher tiers because it's front arm, or this is kind of, let's say, a better tank for beginners to get, as it's just a more friendly tank to play, because the frontal armor, well, it just has better all-around armor, and the 112 kind of focuses its armor mostly at the front, and you really need to side scrape well to actually get most of the armor to work. And well, it is faster, the 112, compared to this tank. But yeah, as I said, this tank probably more friendly to the beginners, and their more experienced tanker would probably do better in the 112 compared to this tank, because of it just has more view range, a better gun, better frontal armor maybe. As I said, this does have better just overall armor, but I think frontal armor, the 112, is slightly better, as Citrus Bite is getting pummeled by an E25 firing APCR rounds, but that is just not enough to do anything to this tank. And when you angle well, even you can bounce off the side from a Scorpion G over here. Really good stuff over there. Citrus angling his tank well to bounce off that Scorpion, actually loading high explosive rounds now to take out this Scorpion G in 2 rounds confirmed, because if he would have low rolled those 2 shells, he might have needed a 3rd with the AP rounds some of the time. But high explosive just doing that 522 damage, just ensuring that he does kill the Scorpion with 2 kills left. Now here's the load over here now with an IS-2 with an IS-2S against 4 tanks now. And as you can see, that M2Y, I've never actually had the chance, I've played the M2Y a couple of times, but I've never had the chance to actually kind of use the reserve track feature, because I've never just really gotten tracked in a place where I need to kind of get moving. But the M2Y over there actually could go forwards, put a shot into Citrus and actually go back, and actually still, well, nearly get back in time to actually, to get back away from Citrus. But now they are against 3 tanks over there, another M2Y, an ARL V39 and an SU-130. Not an SU-100Y, not an SU-100, yeah, okay. A little mistake over there, as Citrus is slowly running out of ammo over here. He still has to do at least 2,200 damage in order to be able to take out this game if the IS-2S doesn't do anything. And Citrus does have to watch out, because if he does keep bouncing or just missing his shells, he might just run out of ammo in this game. Is he going to be able to take out this ARL? No, he has said he puts in a good shot into the M2Y. Still get confused with the name slightly on those Yo tags, but that shell puts him over 8,000 damage in this game. Doesn't angle against the M2Y. That actually means that he is a one-shot against every single tank on the enemy team now, so he does have to watch out. But bounces the ARL and the SU-130 PM, and in the 7-ish minutes that he has been in this game, he has picked up nearly 9,000 damage. Make that 9,000 damage now, 4,000 damage blocked, and 6 kills picked up. Is he going to be able to pick up the 8 for the Radley Walters in this game, or will the IS-2S pick up some of these kills, helping Citrus over here take out this game? He only has 2 shells left now, and those are high explosive shells. He put in a high explosive shell against the ARL just now, but that only did 107 damage, and he still needs to do at least 250 in order to take out this game. But puts in a good shot, killing the M2Y for 32 damage over there. What is he going to do now? Does he need to rely on his IS-2S to take out the last 2 enemies, as Citrus takes out the ARL V39, and just, you know, to kind of finish off this round, a ram kill against the SU-100Y. 9,700 damage that we saw, 9 kills, and an absolutely brilliant game in the IS-6. Let's look at the post-game stats and see just how well Citrus did in this game on Ghost Town. So as you can see, this was the 3rd mark of excellence on the IS-6 for Citrus Byte over here. That was just an absolutely brilliant thing to get in any of your tanks. You know, I've only got one 3 mark of excellence tank. That's actually the EOC AMX, and I still remember when I got the game that I got the 3rd mark. It's just so funny. I did something like 500 combined or something. It was just quite a bad game. I only put in like 1 shot, so I put in 1 shot for a tank I was spotting, and it was just after the light tank changes all those years ago, when the EOC just got absolutely butchered, and that is just the only tank that I've got 3 marks on, which is kind of weird. An ace tank to the Radley Walters, Top Gun to go along with the Radley Walters, a steel wall, and a high caliber for 10,189 damage. So he must have put in a blind shot against the E25 that was blind firing him earlier. 9 kills, 2,394 base experience. I mean, even if he probably got like just around 2,000, maybe even slightly less, that probably would have been enough for the ace tanker in this tank, I believe. But you know, just 2,000, nearly 2,400, absolutely insane. And actually, with some personal reserves bonus and some battle payments, he actually makes 281,000 credits profit. Of course, this being a premium tank, just prints credits off, and when you have such a good game and have a premium account and just use the personal reserves and some battle payments, you just can earn so much money per game, even if you don't get a good game. But you know, this was just a brilliant game in the IS-6 for Citrus Bite on the Ghost Town map. For now, that's going to be. So hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye bye.